Welcome back to Radio Row, Super Bowl week. It's Front Office Sports. I'm Dan Roberts. We've got longtime NFL quarterback, former Patriot, Brian Hoyer. What's up?
It's good to see you again, Dan.
Great
this
to
time
see you.
in San Francisco, last time in New York.
That's it. And now the Pats are in the Super Bowl.
I mean, when we talked last, I said this was possible, right? We were talking, I know you're a Pats fan, and I think I kind of gave you some hope, and here we are.
Did you really believe it?
I did. It's funny, the podcast I do with David Andrews, who's not making it out till tomorrow, we kind of did a recap of the times we said that we thought they could do it, all the way back to week 5. Week 5, David was like, book the tickets to Santa Clara, they're going, and each week we would kind of hit on it. I would say, I think they're capable of doing it. You don't know until you get to that point, but they, to me, became this team that continued to improve. They were a complete team, not just one-sided offense, defense, and I would even throw in the special teams with Marcus Jones has been incredible. So I really do think we're in for a great Super Bowl because I think it's the two best teams, not just like a unit here or a unit there. I think the Patriots and the Seahawks are the two best teams in the league.
What do you say to the easy schedule folks? Or they say Broncos were without Bo Nix, Texans were without Nico.
Yeah. I mean, are we saying the Browns are going to go to the Super Bowl next year because they have the easiest schedule? I don't buy that. And the reality is, and I kind of joke with people on Twitter about this, like, this isn't like booking like, San Jose State as a warm-up game. These are all NFL teams. These are NFL players. They're preparing to go out and trying to win each and every week. And so, by the way, the strength of the schedule, it changes as the year goes on. Like, who you thought was good at the beginning of the year isn't as good at the end of the year. So there's a lot that goes into it. And I think offensively for the Patriots, I just saw this the other day, they've played like 6 of the top 10 defenses. By the way, one of those top 10 defenses is their own defense. So they go against them every day. So they've been challenged. And ultimately, if they win the Super Bowl, there won't be an asterisk next to it that said easy schedule, played the backup quarterback in the AFC Championship game. It was a snow like that. That's all thrown out the window, and they'll just be called champions.
There you go. Got to ask you, you played for Bill Belichick, played for Bob Kraft. Neither is making the Hall of Fame in their first year on the ballot.
Yeah, absolute. I mean, whoever didn't vote for those guys, I mean, they should turn in their ability to vote. You can't tell the story of the NFL without Bill Belichick. I mean, obviously his success. And when I look at RKK, not only the success of building the organization, but what he's done for the sport. He's grown the sport. And I saw this wild stat that since the last time the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl, RKK's gone 11 times, 3 different head coaches, 3 different quarterbacks. Like, this guy, and we had him on our podcast, and he genuinely was a fan of the team and was fortunate enough to buy the team and talks about how he wanted to impact the community. He's done that. So I think it's absolute personal vendettas being held. And I always say, and I play for 9 different organizations, but there's a little bit of they hate us because they ain't us. There's a lot of Patriot hate out there.
A lot of Patriot hate out there. I wrote about that. There's a lot of data points, though. There's a lot that people point to. It's not just all the winning, a lot of off-the-field stuff and controversies. So the question is, does the Patriots dynasty continue and we're still living through it, or are we seeing the start of a net new dynasty?
I think it's the start of a new dynasty, and I watched the way that these guys approach it. And Vrabel hit on this, because he obviously was one of the pillars of that first dynasty. All those banners don't do anything for this team, but it's a blueprint for how to get it done. And they've done it their own unique way. Like, I've really enjoyed watching the personality of this team. You didn't always see that with our Patriots teams. It was very buttoned up. It was very business-like. Now, we had fun, but we had fun in our own way. These guys are proving that they can win and do it their own way. And one of the greatest quotes I've heard from any coach, Vrabel basically said, we don't all have to have the same personalities, but we all have to have the same mentality. And so they've embraced each other's personalities. I mean, look at what Stephon Diggs has done. I mean, sometimes perception becomes reality, and you're not sure what you're going to get. Stephon Diggs has been an incredible contributor to this team. The guys talk about his leadership in the locker room, in the receiver room, and he even said, like, I don't know if any other coach besides Vrabel could have got this version out of me. So they've done a tremendous job, and in the world of analytics and data, there's no analytics for culture and building a team and playing for one another. And I've seen that from this team all year long.
You backed up Tom Brady for a long time. You're speaking to a guy who's very grateful to Brady for his, his years on the field, but he said he's not rooting for the Pats. He said, I have no dog in this fight. A lot of Pats Nation was not happy to hear that.
I mean, look, he's a lot different from all of us former Patriots. He is part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. The guy that they're hiring to be the head coach is the coordinator that's going against the Patriots this week. How would you like your future boss to hope that you fail in your last game and where you're at? So I wouldn't make too much of it. I mean, what do you? It's a lose-lose no matter what he says. I kind of joked. He could have just said, you know who I'm rooting for,
Yeah.
and then people will be like, well, we assume it's the Patriots, but also maybe he wants Clint Kubiak to go out there and have a phenomenal game because it makes it look like an even better hire for the Raiders. So look, I know Tom very well. I get it. Fans are emotional. He's obviously the greatest player of all time. He's got his statue there, but he's also he's very different from the guys I saw Brewski say. No, I want the Patriots to win, but I'm also not part owner of another NFL franchise. And by the way, the guy that I'm hiring to come lead our team isn't coaching against the Patriots this week.
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely Tom gets into the Hall of Fame first ballot.
I mean, they have to change something, because if Belichick's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, no coaches. If Tom is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's no more first ballot Hall of Famers. He's the greatest of all time. I would be genuinely shocked if the voters, the Hall of Fame, don't learn from what's happened this year and make sure that it's correct. I mean, maybe they push back Belichick and Kraft another year, and then all three of them going together. Is that part of the plan? I don't know.
Ooh, I like that idea. Brian, always great to talk to you.
Great to talk to you.
Really
Thanks for having me.
Good stuff from Brian Hoyer. We'll be here all week at Radio Row. Stick with Front Office Sports.